I mean, there were like 2 or 3 waves in this game that you know, we didn't handle. Like we didn't score right away on the power play, and we had some great looks. I thought Strauss-Mann was outstanding early in the game. When I thought we had a very good first period. They get a a puck bounces off Nelly's skate, and boom, we're down 1-0. And we couldn't have had a better first period. Second period, we couldn't have been more off how we want to play. And once they we did tie it, but we had frustration on the bench. And this is one of the things we got to learn when we get tough, tight games like this, that we got to stick to it. And then we were chasing the game. We had a strong third period, and I give Michigan, they had a bunch of players that were the best players on the ice tonight, and that's what frustrates me a little bit. Where when the game got really tough, I felt we got frustrated, started pressing, their guys rose to the occasion.
We'll now take questions for Coach.
Bob, you said one of the things coming down the stretch here is you didn't want to see a roller coaster to your team. How do you level things out and adjust going forward to tomorrow night in the tournament?
Well, I think this was a good, it's going to end up being a good lesson for us, because we're going to be in real tough games. And we have a mentality. We want to have the lead. We want to be out in front. We want to have our controlling the game. Well, every once in a while, teams are going to bite back. And that's where we have not played well in a few of those games. And they've all been at home, where teams bite back on us and take a lead. And we have a different look and feel on the bench. And we got to wipe that out. Like, we have to, and we've got another chance tomorrow. We got our tournament to continue to play in these tight games. And we have to rise up and be a better team tomorrow through 60 minutes.
Bob Stample got that goal to make it 3-2, and then it looked like your team sagged a little bit. Was there a relax there, or what happened at that point?
No, we were having a strong third period, and then we got guys stuck out on the rink too long, and they were tired, and we make a bad pinch, and a bad angle shot goes off a pipe, and we got to have that, and it's a freaky play. I mean, we had numbers back on that, but we were leaning on our sticks and tired. We were pressing, and we were ready to play to the 4 or 5 minutes to go there after we tied it, or after we made it 3-2, and we make a mistake and they countered it.
I was going to say, with the first period your team played, any fears of rust seemed to go away. It looked like they had some jump right away.
Yep, we did. I just didn't like our mentality. It's hard for me to explain, but when we got down, we tied it. We're good feel on the bench. Then we got down. It was like a minute and a half later, or two. And you could just feel us get deflated on the bench. Like, that's not supposed to happen to us, and we've got to have a little more maturity in us than that.
Bob, do you feel your team just lacked a little bit of energy in the second there when Michigan made its push?
They had more. I can tell you that. That's where I thought there was about an 8-minute span there in the second period where I thought Michigan was taking the game over, and when we were pressing, we didn't have our passing was off. We weren't getting on top of pucks. And it just did, and sometimes that happens, and you got to survive it. You got to battle through it. And we don't. And we didn't battle through it. Give Michigan credit.
Anything else for Coach Motzko?
Hi, Coach. What was the message to the team in the locker room after a tough loss like tonight?
Well, it was, we were calm, because we're pretty late in the season to be learning a lesson, but we cannot let that frustration ever mount at any point with us. And that's what we were disappointed with. And we were disappointed. We had a handful of guys that did not have good games tonight. And there were a handful of Michigan guys that had way better games than our guys. it showed up in a big game where that's where we were making some critical mistakes. And we had a handful of guys who were playing their tails off too. But, we had to rise up together as a unit. And that's the lesson we have to counter. People are going to punch back on us. And we can't ever get frustrated. We got to stick tight, stick together.
It seemed like the chain sometimes would break. Is that
Yeah.
something you're looking for tomorrow night? Is just more consistency? You see sometimes that Myers line, that play leads up to the Ranta goal to change the momentum. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, I mean, we stay like there's a great example is the line right before had great pressure, and we made a line change in the offensive zone and got fresh troops out. And so we kept, and they were able to make a change. That's a great hockey play where we're unselfish, making great plays. And, but there were way too many times we were out there. Like your heart's trying to like on the one goal we gave up, like we're trying to make a play. So we throw a backhand pass, blind pass in front of the net. When late in the shift, it's a hope and pray play. We have to back check 200 feet. They end up scoring a goal. Like, their heart's in the right place, trying to make a good play, but we have to have our intelligence taking over to keep the chain connected and keep going. But when you're panicking and you got a little bit of panic in your game, you do uncharacteristic things. And that's a great example where it was really a poor play on the goal against, and it was incredibly great play on our goal for of unselfishness and two lines being part of it. So I'm being a little long in but that was kind of a microcosm of the game.
Sampo, how frustrating was it? Their goalie had quite a good game tonight. They're really tough to solve him.
Yeah, he had a good game. I just think we had our chances, but like you said, he played well. But we just got to get traffic in front of the net, and we just got to be better.
Sampo, your coach talked about how much jump your team had in the first period and what a great first period you played. You didn't get a goal out of it, but just how eager were you guys to play after 12 days off? It didn't look like there was a lot of rust out there.
No, we had a good first period, but like you said, we didn't score, and yeah, we had our chances, but it was good jump. We had a lot of energy right out of the gates, so it was good, but wasn't enough today.
Sampo, what do you take out of a game like tonight where you have a good start and you're getting lots of chances, but at the same time, the bounces go the other way? What do you take out of it moving forward?
We got to play full 60. It's that's the thing. If you want to win a hockey game, you have to be good the entire game. So, just being patient, and if we don't score first, we still have to push back and not get down. So we're taking a good things out of this one, but we'll be a lot better tomorrow.
Do you see anything in the goals against in a game like this that you can take messaging from and apply to tomorrow?
I don't know. I haven't seen the goals yet, but I can't remember how they were. But they have a lot of skill in that team. So defensively, we have to have good sticks and come back hard and help everybody out.
Anything else for Sampo?
Do you look at the out-of-town scoreboard at all and see what Wisconsin did, or are you just focused on yourself at this point?
We're focusing on our team right now. No matter what, we have to come back tomorrow and win. We have to answer the bell here and play a good game and end the regular season with the win.
Thank you.
Sampo, on your goal, you got to take a shift after the other line before you had kind of maintained possession. How nice was that for stepping on the ice and getting a goal quick?
Yeah, it was good. The line before us, they had a great shift down low. They worked their D and they had a good line change, and we got fresh bodies out there. And Faber made a great play, cross box right to my tape, and I got the shot up. So it was a good shift.
Did you know you were out there against tired guys and maybe take your time a little bit picking your shot there?
Yeah, we knew they've been out there for a while. Like I said, the line before us, they had a really good line change. So it's it's a good spot to go out there when you're fresh and the other team's tired. So yeah.
Sample on the power play, the puck movement has been really good for your team. Your coach keeps talking about that, but the goals aren't happening. What's going on there, and how frustrating is that?
It's frustrating for sure when you're not scoring and you have good chances, but it's coming. We had a lot of good players on power play, so I mean, we just have to execute. I think when we get one, we get a lot more. It's just I guess a confidence thing, and we have to keep moving the puck, making the plays we need to make. So I think it's coming, but yeah, it's frustrating for sure.
Thank you.
Bryce, what do you take out of a game like tonight against Michigan?
Yeah, I mean, I just think that they wanted it a little bit more than we did. I think, we had too many guys that were, sort of focused on other things rather than, winning this game. Obviously, the Big Ten championships in contention right now. And, I think we were focused a little too much on that instead of just winning this hockey game.
Is there any kind of detail to the game that you think needs to change for tomorrow?
I mean, I think we worked hard. I thought we, outplayed them in the first and the third, and they outworked us in the second. And what we take away from the first and the third is, we were supporting each other. We were on pucks together instead of, in the second period we were sort of, going at pucks individually and one at a time. And even if we won a battle, it would go to them. And just sort of staying connected and supporting each other on the ice so that we can win those battles.
Bryce, your coach said he really liked your first period. You come out of it down 1-0, but he said he really liked the jump. And what do you do to avoid rust after 12 days off and have a first period like you did where you had 16 shots?
I mean, obviously it's nice having that extra weekend off to sort of rest. And but I mean, we were still kind of in it. Last weekend we kind of played games and sort of kept in the feel of playing hockey games. So. There wasn't too much rust to kick off considering we practiced basically every day. And so, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, Bryce, after your goal and after Samples, Michigan responded with quite a bit of pressure. What do you guys have to do to stop that?
I think we need to win the next shift. I think there is, on both the goals, they had the better shift right after the goal. And, I think we're just sort of getting too into the goal and not, like I said, focusing on the hockey game. And I think if we win the shift after a goal, it's really big momentum into the next goal.
On your goal, it looks like there's a lot of chaos created by some shots going to the net. What did you see during that play? And you kind of made the decision to pull it back from the traffic a little bit there. What goes into that?
Yeah, I mean, it was the end of the power play, so they just got back 5-on-5, and so there was just we were kind of throwing pucks at net because seams were kind of closing because they had 5 guys back, and a puck just ended up in my feet, and I noticed a little bit of open space in between the hash marks, and so I just sort of kicked it up to my stick and found a little bit of open ice and shot into a spot that I thought might be open, considering there's a lot of chaos and the goalie was down. Luckily, it found a spot.
Are there any lessons from that you think you can take going forward?
I mean, I just think that, like I said, just winning puck battles and supporting our teammates is something we need to do.
Anything else for Bryce?
Bryce, you mentioned the power play. I mean, is it getting frustrating? You guys seem like you're getting good looks and just everything but the red light. What do you need to do?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I think we're doing good. It's just sometimes the puck won't bounce our way in, but I think we're doing good. I don't think we really need to change anything. I think we get the looks that we want to get, and sometimes just pucks just don't bounce our way. And but you know what, that's a game of hockey, and that's what we signed up for. And I think we just need to be a little bit harder on the pucks.
And what did you think of Strauss-Mann tonight? He's had a couple of good games in this building against your team.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's a really good player, and there was a few times where we threw a puck on net and there'd be a rebound in front, and that was something that we preached all night, was that we knew rebounds would be coming, and we just weren't getting to the front of the net like we wanted to, and that's on their D. Their D are really good. They're really solid defensemen. They know how to play, and so we just need to get in there.